Hello everyone, I hope you're doing good and keeping safe. Today I'm going to demonstrate a mobility slash stretch video that you can use before or after your workout. You can use on your rest days and you can use as you go to mobility exercise. If you have any problems in any of the joints that we're going to address today and you feel sharp pain, please stop the exercise and have a breather. And also, be mindful of breathing throughout. Long deep breath will help your body relax during the exercises. We're gonna try to work every major joints in the body, so let's have fun. Okay, we're gonna start with cervical spine. We're gonna do some neck exercises. So if you have any issues with your neck, just be very mindful and do the motions very slowly. We're going to start with flexion front and backward. So just try to keep your shoulders down and back, away from your ears. Try to breathe as normal and as deep as possible. We're going to slowly bring the chin to the chest and slowly take your head back. Be mindful to stop at the point that you feel comfortable. Okay? We're going to do about 10 repetitions, but if you have more time or if that part of the body requires more attention, you can do more repetitions. Just try not to overdo more than 1 minute in one repetition, especially if you're starting right now. So let's do 5 more. 3 to go. And let's do 1 more. Good. Next one is going to be side flexion. So from this position neutral, try to look as far back as you can. Once again, go as far as you feel comfortable and breathe as deep as you can throughout. Keep your shoulders down and your posture upright. You can relax your hands if you wish. Okay, we're going to do 3 more repetitions. 2, 1, last one. And next one, you're going to do side flexion. So we're going to try to drive the ear towards our shoulders. Once again, go as far as you feel comfortable. Eventually, with the time, we have more mobility in here. Okay, remember to breathe. Let's do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. While doing this exercise, avoid compensating with your shoulder. So we are not doing this. We are keeping the shoulder stable and we are working only the cervical spine. Okay? Last one for the neck. We're going to do half circles. So we're going to look all the way to our left or right. And from here we're going to pretend that we are driving a half circle from shoulder to shoulder. Okay. Breathe. And once again, keep the shoulders steady and down. Gonna do 5 repetitions more. 4, 3, 2, do it very slowly and feel what your neck is feeling like. If it's too much, maybe you should decrease the angle of your rotation. So if you start here, it's good. And eventually you will be able to draw bigger half circles. Good. That was the neck. Now we're going to go lower and work the shoulders. Okay, we're going to start with simple rotation, one direction. We isolating only the shoulder girdle joint, okay, and the scapula. So we're not adding motion with the body. We're steady with the body and just moving shoulders. Then we're going to do forward, changing direction. Okay, try to draw bigger and bigger circles with your shoulders. Okay, this is the part when you want the shoulders to go all the way towards the ear and descending. So big circular motion. Okay, next exercise, we're going to do open and close. So we extend the back muscles and squeeze the back muscles in a position. We open the chest and close the chest. Good. Try to alternate arm that stays on top. Remember, if you have any restriction on your joints and you're not feeling pain, you can modify the exercise of just making the motion less ample. Okay, so just restrict the motion a bit, and with time, you're going to be able to really go to your full potential. Okay? Fine. Next one, we're going to do our scissors. So we're going to extend one arm all the way up like we're reaching for the ceiling, and the other all the way down reaching for the floor. Then we're going to alternate. Once again, we are not compensating with the body. The body is steady, and we just trying to extend the motion as much as we can from our shoulder and back muscles. Okay, looking good. Let's do two more. One more. Good. You can see that I was stretching also my fingers. This is good, so we give also some motion to the fingers, because we usually, like we're typing, we are on the phones, and our hands and fingers, they also need exercise. So a bit of activation in there is also good. You can even alternate. You do some with your hands and your fingers fully stretched, and you can do some on your fists. Okay? Good. For the next one, you're going to need a towel, a t-shirt, a stick, anything that you can grab. I'm going to use a yoga strap. So here, try to have something that you have some flexibility on regulating the width, because as we are stiffer, we're going to need a wider grip, and as we grow more flexible, we can start shortening the distance between our hands. So, pointers. I'm going to try to have shoulders down and back as much as possible, and have the elbow locked at all times. Okay, this is a great mobility and a great stretch movement. I'm going to do this on the knee so you can see the full motion. But you can do it standing, you can do it sitting down, you can choose the position that you are doing that. So from here, we're going to bring the both arms over the head. We're trying to get past the head. Okay? If you need the band to be wider, just adjust because we are trying to get all the way back and once again all the way forward without bending the elbows. We don't want this. Okay, we want arms fully engaged and full rotation backward, full rotation forward. Once again, we are not doing any compensation with the body. Body is straight and engaged, and you're trying to go as far as you can. If you need to stretch all the way, just do it. No problem, no shame in it. And with time, you will be able to adjust. Okay? So we're going to do 5 more repetitions. Try to deep breaths in between. I'm going to do 1 more. And voila. Good. So if you feel any soreness on the shoulders because it's tough exercise to do, especially if you're doing this for the first time, just roll your shoulders back and forth, shake the arms so you give a bit of relief. Now we're going to descend and we're going to go work a little bit flexibility on our hips and our mid body. Okay, so we're going to start with our usual waist rotations. Big circles, drum with the hips. Try to have your knees extended, not locked. You don't want to lock the knee, just straight. And once again, try to isolate the movement just on your hips. So avoid overstanding and overdoing the motion, okay? Just big, but just on your hips. This is going to help you with your movement of hinging forward for the deadlifts, for the squats, for the lunges. So it's always very good to have your hips warmed before you're doing any exercise. This is always also giving a slow and slightly motion to your knees and ankles and preparing them for further stretching. Good. From here we're going to open wide and once again start giving more movement and emphasis to the knees. Try not to go all the way and push unnecessary strength on your patella, so just go soft half motion. Okay, try to have your feet grounded on the floor throughout, so avoid doing this here. So again, you're breathing, shoulders are down and back, chest is open so you can take all that oxygen. Core is slightly engaged. Good. So now we're going to go for some deeper stretches and mobility exercises. So from here you're going to twist your hips to one of the sides. Try to have both feet grounded on the floor for now, and you're just going to push your body forward. You're going to have soft stretch on your calves while starting to engage the knees, the hips, and your ankle. Good. I'm gonna have 2 more stretches. So in this position, try to have your body upright, not overextending, no bending backward, a soft line in the middle. Good. From here we're going to go all the way down. At this point you can have your feet on your toes because we're going to throw that leg all the way down. See, you just get it forward so you can see the position that my leg's going to be. Try to have your leg straight as possible. Okay, this is going to be the position of my back leg that is not going to be completing in the shot. So on the forward foot, we're going to have foot grounded on the floor. And from here, you're going to go as far down as you can. Okay? If you need to put a bench or a set of pillows or yoga blocks just to make to control the depth or where you're going, you can do that. So remember, just go as far as you feel comfortable. It's supposed to be challenging, but it's not painful. Okay, so go as far as you can. Okay, try to have your hips both facing forward. Good, just have a breather. Try to dip as slowly and as deep as you can. And from here, we're going to start doing the spinal twists. Again, if you need something to elevate your posture, it's good. You can use a bench, a platform, anything that can drive your posture to here. You can even use just the base of your knee if it feels comfortable. And we're going to start just twisting the body. Okay? So I'm going to do from the deep and here. You have your arms and you're twisting as far as you can. Try to deep breaths in here. Good. I'm going to do one more. And from here you come all the way up. Twist your hips forward again. Shake it if you need it. It's going to feel a bit like an exercise, but we're just trying to activate also the muscles and giving you more extension on your movement. So it's good fire, but it's not just for short time. Okay? Then we're going to twist the hips to the other side. Once again, we start with the one that both feet are grounded. Deep breath. Oh, that stretch felt good. And the quads, and hamstrings, and the glutes. Good. Slow breathing and deep. As we prepare to go deeper in the position, remember, you're going to adjust the back foot on your toes and keep the leg as extended as possible while the front foot stays grounded on the floor. And we go all the way. Okay? Avoid having your knee going all the way forward. We don't want this. See how the ankle it's in stress here and the heels are pushing forward? No, we want the foot here forward. We want to have a straighter line in your front leg. Even if you don't go that deep, it's fine. With time, eventually you're going to get there. So when you're here, we're going to start with our twists. Remember, if you have something here, you can just do the same exercises on a higher position. Okay? I'm going to do 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Good. You can come up. The exercises. Twist your hips forward. You can shake it. And as I said, the exercise, that stretch and mobility feels a bit like exercise. So you might feel a bit of energy going. It's okay if you take some time to just take a breather and go at it again. Okay? It's amazing if you're doing this before your workout, so you're ready to go. Okay, still on the chapter of hips, knees, and ankles are very important for basically most of exercise that engage lower body. So we're gonna do my favorite exercise for mobility and stretching, which is the low squat. So remember, once again, here you can go as low as you feel comfortable. If you're starting here, no pressure. If you're starting here, no pressure. Just make sure that you're feeling no pain during the exercise. When I say no pain, doesn't mean it's not going to be challenging, okay? So from here, just be very aware that your feet should be grounded on the floor, okay? Fully. And from here, this is your base position. You just try to go as deep as you can. The position of your feet are not very important at this point. Majority of the people feel comfortable with feet going on the sides like a 45 angle, but as you go, then you can start playing with your angles. So from here, just go as deep as you can and try to add some motion. Once again, the point of the exercise is not as much on how low you go with your hips, it's how much you can stay with your feet grounded on the floor while going down with your hips, okay? Good. Gonna do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. From here, to give a release on your muscles that must be like on fire now, you can just put your hand on the floor on another surface and lift your hips. This way you're giving a nice short break on your quads while stretching your hamstrings. Okay, so just stay here for a while we regroup. Once again, you can add some motion by just moving hip side to side or bending the knee alternated. Just explore, experiment with your body, see what feels good. From here we go back again. It's just like a love and hate relation between your quads and your hamstrings at this point. So the further you engage the muscle, the further the muscle will have the strength to elongate itself. So good, and up and relax. Good. Once again, if it's too much, you can start doing these positions like you have a bench here. You can start from this position, just play around. Then you go as low as you can, play around, and up. Okay? I'm going to show you the full. You can slowly go down, play, up, down, slow movement. You're going to do 4 more. Try to breathe. 2 more. And last one. And stay. From here we're going to do another stretch, which is like focus on your adductors. Okay? It's a tough one for most of people, especially even for me, especially for me. So be very nice and gentle with yourself. From a standing position, here, you're going to drive your hip backward here while going to your left side. So you doing this motion. Remember that is your hip going backward rather than your knee going forward. Okay, I'm gonna be on this side and you're gonna just hip backward, and from here you go as low as you can. While you're in that position, you're twisting that feet to point toward the ceiling. And here you're trying to go as far as you can, far down as you can. You can hold on to something, like for instance, if you have something stable, you can just hold and try to hold a position. Or if you have a bench, you can just support yourself on a bench. Once again, you're going as far as your body allows. Okay? From here, just remember that your feet are both, now this feet is grounded on the floor while the other one is pointing forward. Okay? Not gonna hold a lot of time in this position because it's very challenging, especially if you're doing this for the first time. So 2, 1, time, and we're gonna do the same on the opposite side. Foot fully grounded on the floor. Okay? And stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost there, 9, 10. Good job. From here you can have a breather. Just sit down, shake your legs, roll your hips. Feel what it feels good to release that tension. And we're gonna go to the next exercises. Here we're still going to engage the hips, but we're gonna give a bit of focus on your feet and ankles, and also on your hands, wrists, and forearms. Okay, we're gonna start with a simple but effective cat and cow stretch. So on your floors, make sure that your hips, your knees are aligned, and your shoulders, your elbows, and your wrists are aligned. And we're gonna drive the back all the way up towards the ceiling, and then all the way down towards the mat. At all times, you have your elbows locked, so we're not doing this. Shoulders locked, and we are going up and down, up and down. Good. Up and down. Please pay attention on the movement of the hip. That is the key motion to activate the right posture for your deadlift. So this is the best way to get that connection and that movement natural. So as when you're standing, you can just drive the hip backward and tilting the hip all the way towards the ceiling. Okay? Twist. Let's do 3 more. And 2. So while we are here, we're already giving the forearms and the wrists a bit of love. But now let's just focus on the arms and the feet. So you're gonna have your toes stacked like that, and your hands are also very grounded on the floor, and your index finger pointing forward. So we don't want rotation that way or that way, straight forward. Your hands should be straight forward on the floor. So from here, you're gonna slowly start rocking your body backwards to just stretch your feet and giving a lot of fire to your ankles, and forward, giving a lot of tension on your wrist and activating your forearms. So you want to do this very gentle so you know when to stop in order not to be painful. Once again, your elbows are locked. Okay? Going forward until you feel that stretching is taking effect, and forward. And forward. Gonna do 4 more. And forward. And forward. Good job. Next, we're gonna do the opposite motion. So we're gonna have your feet pointy. If you can sit on them, if you feel comfortable doing this, it's okay. If not, if you don't bear a lot of weight on your feet like that, just slightly lean on them until the point that you feel comfortable. Okay? And hold for a few seconds, let's say 15, 20, and then you come back to this position. So if you can hold the position in there, you can just stay, again, 20, 30 seconds, and then you seek some release. Once again, it's good if you can play with your feet. So most of the time we have our heels coming outward, so just try to keep them straight. You might have to have your knees slightly open for that, and you're gonna feel a different angle of the stretch. Okay? For the ones that are really flexible, you can go all the way onto sitting in between your feet. Okay? Like that. Good. Next, we're gonna have a combination to do with your wrists. So from here, you can do this on a seated position. You don't have necessarily to do in this posture. You're gonna give a good stretch to the muscles on your forearms, to the muscles on your hands. Once again, try to have your shoulder down, body upright. And breathe. You hold in this position for 10-15 seconds. And then you are reversing, pulling from the top. Good. Doing the same with the other arm. These stretches are very important and necessary as they stretch these muscles. They are very active when we are gripping onto something. So any exercise that requires holding on kettlebells, dumbbells, the barbell will engage these joints and these muscles. And we usually don't pay a lot of attention to them, and that can hinder our progress on the exercise, because sometimes we have the strength to pull a push press or to make a heavier deadlift, but these muscles are just not stimulated enough to hold with that grip that is necessary. So and reverse. Perfect. To release, you can just do some wrist circles. We are reaching to the end of the exercises. Good. And we're gonna end up with a kind of a full body immersion that's gonna combine kind of everything that we did. Okay. So from here, cat and cow position, we're going to go to a downward dog. So you have your hands grounded on the floor, your feet on your toes, and you're going to push your hip all the way up towards the ceiling. If his position is very challenging, you can have a slight bend on your knees. There's no issue. Okay, just try to have your back as straight as possible and try to push your head in between your hands, so you have a beautiful straight back position. Okay, from here you can walk the knees just to feel different sides of the stretch. Good. Nice. From here, you're gonna walk your hands towards your feet and just let your body weight completely drop. You can just balance your body side to side. Good. From here, we're gonna go again slowly into our deep squat. Good. From here, playing around with that. Just try to see the result of what we did before. If you can go slightly deeper. And from here, we can sit down. Just gonna have the last mobility for the hips. Gonna be looking forward, and from here, you're gonna drive one leg to the back while the other leg it's facing forward. Okay, like that. Try to have both butt cheeks grounded on the floor or as much as possible. If it's too challenging, again, you can put a block, a pillow, so you can help with the motion. Okay, so you're gonna be higher, it's gonna have less pressure on these joints. Okay, from here, just slowly switch. Good. If you want to go deeper in the posture, you can lean forward, lean to the side, and lean the opposite side. Good. Nice. We can add some little bit of motion here by doing this. Twisting the hips. At this point, you can experiment with your body. Try to see what feels good. If he feels pain, you should stop and move. But don't be afraid to experiment with your body, okay? Now let's go. Spend like 5 seconds in each posture. Good, and slowly rotate other side. Good. Shift positions. Do the same. And side. And opposite side. Good. Going towards the end, we're gonna try to wrap everything up in one exercise. Just here again. Press your elbow against your knee. Twist. Once again, you can do this same exercise in an elevated posture. So you can be sitting on the sofa, on the bed. Just drop your torso, engage your elbow and twist. Totally doable. And the other side. Good. Try to breathe very deep in these positions. And slowly release. Once again, play around. Hands forward, try to squat yourself all the way up. Shake everything off. Let's just try to decompress the spine. Do slow side bends. Very good. Shake your arms, shake everything. Did a good job. Just let go, let the body heavy, and twist your spine. Good. Bring the arms above your body. Try to lock your elbows so you can have them extended. Push the elbows down. Good. Slowly release. Lock the ends at the back. You can use a band if mobility is restricted and you cannot lock your hands, you can use the band like so. Just have your shoulders down. Okay, open your chest. Good. And slowly release. Go, shake one more time. All the tension of the body. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you implement it. Thank you.